What's up, guys? Chris the Chef Sports Cards here. Apologize for being a few minutes late. Was having some technical difficulties. Had to switch over to the phone real quick. Make sure you guys can hear me okay, right? My OBS decided to go haywire, so I figure we just switch over to the phone, make life easier. Anyway, I'm assuming you guys can hear me, so let me know in the chat, loud and clear. Okay, thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. It's when I use my phone, I can't check it like I do with the other way. All right, so welcome. Another fun week of breaks. I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone's new year has started out fantastically. Here we are in our new year and using our Zamboni to clean up a little bit. My favorite Christmas present. Anyway, welcome. We're doing 2023 Bowman Baseball 10 Blaster Box break number 37. I came across these in a deal with my with my distributor, so I figure why not? Let's see what we got. Anyway, I hope everyone's well. Welcome, especially if anybody's new to the channel. A little bit about us. We've been around for 6.5 years now. We break mostly baseball, although tonight that's going to change. We're doing a soccer break after this. I think it's our first non-baseball break in almost 2 years, I think. So that'll be interesting. Anyway, we ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as our little hands can move. Excuse me. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do free breaks when we do them. We use our subscriber list from YouTube for the random, and we have a free break coming up. Right now, I'm looking at scheduling it for the 31st of January, and we'll probably do the random on the 17th. I need some time to get everyone's names together. And then, as you guys know who've been around for a while, I like to check after we do the random, make sure I have everyone's information for shipping, and I can get a hold of them. Otherwise, I move on to more people. Sometimes it takes us like 100 people to find 30 people to give cards away to. It sounds odd, but it's true. So make sure you're a subscriber to the channel. Your name will go on the random, and who knows? Maybe you'll win a spot in that break coming up in a couple weeks. And we'll have some good stuff. I've already got a jumbo box of Bowman for it. I've already got a box of National Treasures for it. A couple other things. So just a thank you for subscribing and saying you guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Also, eBay. They're still running their sweepstakes. There's no purchase necessary. All of us certified eBay breakers have to talk about this every time. So if you go to any of our eBay listings in the description at the very top, there's a link there. You can click on that. You can join the sweepstakes. Who knows? Win some free cards maybe. And as always, chefsportscards.com. Now, I say that sparingly because we actually don't have anything up. Everything's sold out over there. So next week I'll try to get it reloaded, and we'll start working on selling those again too. So I thank you all who are joining the breaks over there. All right. Teams. D-backs, Michael G. Braves, John C. Orioles, Jack A. Red Sox, Michael G. Cubs, Ben A. Reds, Joseph S. Guardians and Rockies, Ryan G. Tigers, Greg M. Royals, Jack A. Astros and Angels, Caden A. Dodgers, Matt K. Brewers, John T. Twins, Greg M. Mets, Gregory P. Yankees, Jeff W. A's, Marcus F. Phillies, Greg M. Pirates, Ryan W. Cardinals, Keith D. Padres, Greg M. Giants, Ryan G. Mariners, Doug P. Rays, Eric R. Rangers, Jeffrey B. Blue Jays, Jason H. And Nationals, Robert H. Oh, thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate it. All right, let's open some cards. Oh, now I got to get used to the phone again. We were using the phone for a little bit. I went back to my computer now. Different hands, different places, all kinds of nutsy stuff. Also want to thank, I got a ton of emails from you guys for the holidays and just New Year's and Christmas, just thanking me and saying how much you enjoyed the channel. And I guess you guys, it means so much to me. I appreciate all of it. It's I think I got back to everyone, but If I missed any emails, don't take it as a slight. I just got a lot of them. All right, let's make sure we're centered here. All right, let's see what we got. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Jordan Walker, Bowman Scouts Top 100. Guys, I have to remember what's in Bowman. It's been so long. Brito and Miriam Boyd. I'm just thinking, like, who am I looking for now? You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Peraza on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Churio. Clifford and Jace Bowen. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to do soccer. It'll be fun. You know what? Let me try to... Let's bring this in. No, not out. Try to bring it in just a little bit more. Is that better? Let's see. I think that might be better. It seems so weird, but you get such, like, memory of where your hands go that Gabriel Gonzalez and Ronnie Simons, you get so, like, used to where you set your hands out when you have to do it a different way. It's... Yeah, we did, you know, I'm trying to remember, we did MLS 2 years ago, and I don't think we did it last year. I don't remember why, but we did do it, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm not a genius when it comes to MLS, but I know a little bit of it. Nelson Velasquez, 6 of 175 for the Cubbies. I'm not a total idiot when it comes to the MLS. I know a little bit of it, so I feel confident enough to... I've talked about this before. I have a huge problem with people who break and don't know what they're talking about, and there are a lot of guys out there who... They can't even, like, pronounce names, or... I mean, there are names I can't pronounce, but they don't know anything about... Like, I saw this one guy one day breaking baseball, and he didn't know who John Smoltz was. Almost in Santana. I was so upset. I was like, how can you break and not know who John Smoltz is? Like, I get it if you don't know somebody from Bowman, but come on, dude. Chris, what's up, buddy? So, like I said, I know enough that I can kind of get my way through. Drew Jones, Hop, Modern Prospect, 5-tool prospect. Tavares, and there's a Cam Collier first. I gotta fix my lights too. See, like everything, when you use a different camera, you gotta fix everything. Hold on one second. Try to make it so it's not so shiny. Let's do that. See if that's better. Not much, man. Oh, who had the Cubs for that Velasquez? I'm sorry. Ben. My man Ben. De La Cruz, sights on September. Churio and another Cubby, Jefferson Rojas. Oh, you got work tonight? Oh, I meant to say, guys, there's a couple teams that still weren't paid for yet, so please, if you do me a favor and get them paid up, I'd appreciate it. And Jefferson Rojas. For Ben again. It's the Ben box. It was funny. So I was at the post office on Tuesday, and they have this thing at my local post office where you can actually, if you ship a lot like I do, you can actually go to the dock and just drop them off, and they'll take care of you. But it always made me nervous to do it because sometimes you were just like putting them out on the dock, you know. So the woman who runs the place came to me and she was like, well, when you come, just ring the bell and we'll come out and get it. I was like, oh, all right. Ruiz and Jacob Berry first. And I rang the bell, and this guy came out, and he's like, hey, man, I always see your packages. What do you do? And I am really... eat them. Honestly, Matt, I have to eat it. You know, it happens all the time. Gunnar Henderson, it goes in waves, but especially Susak and Brown. Like when you have a big release like Bowman Draft we just did, I probably wasn't paid at least $1,500 to $2,000 worth of teams throughout it. I mean, look, here's the thing. If somebody bids on a team and they win and they don't pay, but they have good feedback, Tristan Cassis, I won't try to, resell it. And I rarely do try to resell teams, but if some guy has like zero feedback, and I know like that's a pretty quick reason to know he's going to screw me, then I'll try to resell the team to someone if they want it. But look, most guys who have good feedback, they fell asleep or something, not a big deal, but it does happen. And like I said, sometimes it's worse than others. Sometimes I go a few months, it doesn't, and then all of a sudden it kills me sometimes. I mean, it really does. It can be frustrating. But I'll tell you what, Peraza, top 100, it's one of the... Well, I'm a baseball guy, first of all. Fernandez and Davison de los Santos. I certainly am not trying to offend anyone, so please don't take this to heart. But the basketball and football crowds tend to be younger, and they tend to be a little less reliable. Jackson Churio. So I don't run into it as much as some of those guys do. Gomez and Lara. I am a big baseball guy. That's my thing. That's what I collect. That's what I prefer. That's what I know about. And I used to do some football and basketball, and one of the reasons I stopped doing it is because the people I dealt with. They were a lot of younger guys who were very immature and a pain in the ass, to be blunt. Kumar Rocker. But anyway, the story I was telling, I went to, there's a Matt Mervis first and Justin Crawford first. Nice one for the Phils. So anyway, they talked me into using the dock. So I went over and I was dropping off the packages from last week, which were a lot. And especially, there you go, Greg. Especially because we did the Archives Collectors, there's a lot of boxes, shipping out those lunch boxes and stuff. And the guy asked me what I do, and I am very, very close hold about this. Like, if you guys notice on my packages, they never say sports cards on it anywhere. Like, even the company, I just put a CSC, because I think that's why a lot of people get their stuff stolen, because it says... latent sports cards across it. Someone goes, oh, there's sports cards in here. I'm going to steal this package, So I'm very hesitant to tell people. And this guy asked me, but I was like, I'm in sports memorabilia is what I told him. Anthony and Jung. And he's like, oh, me and my son, we collect and sell at shows and this and that. And it was so funny. It's so funny when you run into people who are into it. Because, most of the people you tell, if you say, oh, I collect sports cards or baseball or this or that, people look at you like, what? Like, who aren't into it at all. But then on an occasion when you run into someone who's into it, they're just like so psyched, Riley Green rookie. Anyway, so hopefully he doesn't start stealing my packages. Parada in Montgomery. I was leaving, and I had a good conversation with the guy. He was talking about the show out at Oaks and some show they did it live in Philadelphia, and he was telling me about a show over in Jersey they did recently. I was like, oh, that's cool. We had the 15-minute talk and whatever, and I left, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, God, if this guy starts stealing my packages, I'm going to be pissed. It's Gunner? No, Adley. There you go. Nice Adley. Showcase. And Drew Gilbert and Gabriel Gonzalez. Another Gonzalez there. Nice one. I'll tell you what, every once in a while I get lucky with a team that doesn't pay. And it's funny too, because when you get a guy who's you're kind of on the fence as to whether or not the guy's going to pay you, you go, well, if he gets a good hit, I'm definitely going to get paid. And sometimes you do. Like, guy doesn't pay for the team, and you hit like a monster card. Ballestados and Greco. And then they still don't pay. Like, you bid $30. The card was worth $100. Why wouldn't you pay then? Then I just sell it and take the money. So sometimes it works out. Teamer Johnson. Ooh, Junior Caminero first, and Gabriel Martinez. A couple good ones there. Yeah, well, I do the same thing. If somebody doesn't pay, I just block them. The problem is, I mean, Sights on September, Churio. And I've had people reach out to me. Max Wagner and Montez first. Nice one there. I've had people reach out to me later and apologize and say, look, I had a rough couple months and didn't make some payments. Would you put me back on? And every time except once, they've been cool, I also have this thing in my description that if you have zero feedback, like if you're new, you have to contact me first. Like if you win a bid and I see you have zero feedback, I just cancel it. Like, because it's usually a scam of some sort. So, but every once in a while you get a guy who reaches out to you and goes, listen, I'm new to this, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to pay and blah. And I'll go, okay, thanks for reaching out. Good luck. And then they still don't pay. Like, what a jerk. Yeah. It's funny now. We actually have a Discord between all the eBay breakers that are certified, which has actually worked out with some of that. Kevin Alcantara top 100, because people can kind of share. There's a nice Kyle Harrison and Mark Gonzalez. They're sharing who's not paying, so there's guys being blocked that haven't even come to you yet, But it's, it's part of the game. It happens. It sucks, but it happens. Brett Beatty. I kind of look at it like breakage, like any business. Hernandez and Rocker. I mean, if it gets too out of hand, then, but eBay doesn't do anything to protect it either. So I think their new thing lately is, I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's a Corbin Carroll rookie. They have this thing where if you do buy it now, it automatically charges your card or whatever. There's another Corbin Carroll showcase. Nice one there. I actually turned it off on mine because you can't do it with auctions, because then you can't combine shipping, for one. But I think that was their answer to try and help, but it's not. If we can't combine shipping, it doesn't really help, Thanks, David. Appreciate it, buddy. Look, you guys know me. I'm the easiest guy there is. I really am. I understand things happen, And like I said, many times people come back to me and said, listen, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. Can you reinstate me? And I do, and if they screw me, then shame on me, But Matt McLean, top 100. Elijah Green and Oscar Colas. Yeah, it is. If you're selling cards, it is a good feature, because I used to back in the day. It took me a little time to catch on to this. So I'm a bright guy. I'm not the brightest guy, but Modern Prospect, Simon Wan. Back in like 2012, Cedeno and Woods. If you would post a card for sale, guys would I'm trying to think of how to explain it. Guys would would buy your card, basically buy it and not pay. And the reason is because they were listing the same card of their own to try and get it sold. This was going on pretty bad for like a year or two. Colson Montgomery cites on September. So, you know, Hector Rodriguez for Cincinnati. So say you put up this Shohei Ohtani rookie, blah, 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 for sale, right? And you put it up for $200 or whatever. And a guy will come along and, yeah, I'll buy it for $200. And then you, at the time, you're supposed to give them up to 4 days to pay it. So their theory was they would jam you up so yours wasn't on there, and then they'd put theirs up so they could sell theirs, you know? And it took me a little time to catch on to that one. And so I guess in that case, with the buy it now, you automatically have to pay. Helps a lot there, you know. Yeah, I mean, like if you were selling teams straight up, you know, for straight up price and not doing auctions, then the buy it now thing would work. And we've brought it to their attention too, like, because they came to us. We have conference calls every month with eBay now, which, believe me, are a ball of fun. Wilber Sanchez, 41 of 99 for the White Sox. Because honestly, the rules keep changing like month to month. And they did mention putting in that feature, and we all said, okay, that's great, but we combine shipping, so what are we supposed to do? You know, we either do that or we have to convince all our customers that, well, pay your shipping and we'll refund it. Lee and Munoz. And you guys know you get refunded from me, but I know a lot of breakers out there don't refund shipping. Again, I don't get it, but I wouldn't trust them either, you know. So I guess the intention was good. It just, they didn't think it through. Ooh, what do we got there? A little gold, maybe. And Jordan Diaz. 53 of 75 for Oakland. For Marcus. There you go, buddy. Brett Beatty. Brock Jones and Frias. That light still. Try this way. Lionel James and Jacob Berry first. Ooh. We got here for the Twinnies, Brian Acuna to 299, 167 of 299 for Greg. There you go, buddy. Nice one there. On the mini diamond. Andrew Painter. And Luis Rodriguez Chrome. The speckles. The speckles, the sparkles, the diamonds, the minis, yeah. You can't even keep up with everything they call things these days. Carlos Colmenares, Modern Prospects. Baez and Bergola. Jordan Walker sights on September. Jackson Holiday and Trey Sweeney for the Yanks. For Jeff. All right, 5 down, 5 to go. Hey, Chris, are you still there, Chris Fletch? You got your Twins tie on tonight, huh? Right, come on. Yeah, so we're doing MLS next. If you guys like MLS, we're going to have another one tomorrow night, too. Yeah, wrong Yankee. All right, let's see if we can't find you a better one. Oh, halfway home. You never know. You saw my email about the Heritage break, right, Chris, tonight? I mean, I know you're going to be at work, but... Jace Bowen and Colby Thomas. Spencer Jones. All right. Let's see what we can find. Tristan Cassis, Rookie of the Year. Simon and Olmos. Well, you can watch it at work or, you know, on your way home from work in the morning. All right, Santana and Diane Jorge. Ooh, what do you got here? Ruben Santana first for the D-backs. 214 of 299 for Michael. All right, cool, man. I wasn't even thinking about it, and I checked it, and it was sold out. I was like, oh, boy. There you go, Michael. Jacob Berry, a top 100. And Tavares. Carlos Colmenares, Modern Prospect. Jason Churio and Fernandez. Jordan Walker sights on September. Oop. Zach Nito and Roderick Arias for the Yanks. For Jeff again. All right, 4 to go. Jordan Walker, top 100. Malloy and Janelle. If you remember to watch. How are you? Like, this time of year, are you busy at all at the casino late night like that? Or is it just kind of the same people all the time? Bunch of degenerates in there overnight. Nolan Gorman, Rookie of the Year favorites. Lugo and Giarte. Here's a Spotlight Oswald Peraza rookie. De La Cruz and Juan Alonso. Same old? Yeah, I would imagine. Elijah Green, top 100. Romero and O'Ray. Are you supervising, or are you dealing, Chris? Mayor Modern Prospects. Juan Brito and Robert Perez. Andrew Painter sights on September. Ryan Clifford and Cole Young for Seattle. In a suit for 2 weeks, huh? So somebody comes in, makes the big bid, you got to give the nod. They got to look to you, and you got to be like, God, or you got to call upstairs. You have to remember, the bulk of what I know about casinos comes from movies like Ocean's 11 and stuff like that. I've spent a total of about 20 hours of my life in a casino, and most of it eating somewhere. Dylan Lesko. Mesa and Ramirez. Gabriel Moreno, Rookie of the Year. Mercedes and Lee. Come on, man. Get us some ink. Jeez. Put in buy-ins. Yeah. Arias and Acuna. Do you guys, when late night, do you have everything going? Like, are roulette tables going and blackjack and all that kind of stuff, or is it mostly just like slot machines and blackjack? Well, blackjack's super popular. I guess they're always going, but Mason Wynn, Justin Crawford, and Everson Ortega. Deal with the drunken idiots who say you ripped them off. Modern Prospects, Christian Hernandez, Ruiz, and Perozzo. Volpe sights on September. Xavier Isaac, Susak, and Piguero for Miami. I thought they were, I know I've brought this up to you before. I thought you said at one point they were going to change, though, like they were going to stop being open 24 hours. Is that still a plan at some point, or are they just... giving that up. Michael Bush, top 100. Ramirez and Brady House. I didn't get any Bowman Draft Sapphire. I was not able to get any, but it doesn't mean I won't. I just didn't get any from direct from Topps. Gunnar Henderson. I have a few different ways that I get my cards, and I gotta be honest, sometimes I miss the stuff from Topps like that. I haven't been good lately. I don't know why. It's just, I'm just so busy. I miss offers sometimes, you know. But we might still get some. We'll see. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. And the problem is, Parada and Woods. I've talked about this before, but since Fanatics reset the system, it used to be we had to order everything months and months and months in advance. Yeah, I know, that's what I heard. Now, honestly, a lot of times our offers for wholesale come after the public offerings come out. So Montgomery and Drew Gilbert, sometimes like they'll have a pre-sale on draft a month before it's coming out, but we haven't even gotten our offers yet for wholesale. Now, I don't get a lot from Topps. I usually only get about a case of everything allocated from them. But I have other outlets, other people who get allocation that I buy their allocation from them. So, Christian Hernandez, Modern Prospect. So some of the like online exclusives I do miss sometimes just because I don't pay attention close enough and they sell so fast, but some of my other guys get them and then they sell them to me. So it's possible we might still have some, few boxes maybe. They sold $379, sell them for $650. Yeah, it's about right. Well, I mean, sites on September. Believe me, I hate it too. I think it sucks, but it's no different than what, Blowout or all those guys are going to sell it. You know, they'll sell them at $5.99 or whatever. They won't be far off. I mean, unless, of course, they don't sell, and then they'll bring them down. But that's the bigger thing that bothers me is they put it up. They have tons of people who want them. They put limits on how many you can buy, which is fine with me. If you only allow 2 per household or 4 per household or whatever it is, I have no problem with that. But then, like you said, it sells out in 2 minutes, but then Blowout gets 10,000 boxes. Well, how about you give it Blowout for whoever? I'm using Blowout as an example, but how about you give them 2,000 boxes and sell the other 8,000 to the public online? You know what I mean? Like, how much they actually offer, I don't, it's not much, that's for sure. Jackson Churio, top 100, number 1. Churio and Lara. Yeah, it's the website can be very frustrating. And look, sometimes there's stuff that even comes on the public site, like that everyone accesses that I'll try to get. And you just can't even get in, you know. Now, earlier this year, they did that thing where they used that secondary company. And they said they were going to continue to do that to keep bots out. Vaughn Grissom. I forget who it was. Q something or other. Ooh, there's a Drew Jones. Got one. And Vaquero. So that you put in what you wanted, and then I guess they ran some kind of lottery or whatever, and then people got but they only did it that one time. And I don't know why they're not continuing that, because like you said, when they just sell it on their public site, bots jump on there and get everything they can. There's a guy who lives like 2 towns over from me, and I've bought cards from him before. And he's not a distributor. He's not anything. He's just a guy who flips cards on the internet, like you're saying, like on eBay. And he'll contact me. I'm telling you, he'll contact me in like a week or two and be like, yeah, I have 75 boxes of Sapphire. And I'll be like, wait, how? Adley. And he's like, oh, I just have multiple accounts. You know, I'm like, really? Rada and Figueroa. I guess I'm just not that bright or have that kind of time to figure that out, you know. The only problem is he doesn't sell for much better. He always tries to sell to me, and I'm like, dude, I can't pay these prices. I can pay $599 anywhere, you know. So it's it's weird the way they have it set up. If they went back to that lottery type of system where it'd be a little more consistent for people, it'd be so much better. Max Meyer rookie purple, 20 of 250. It was weird too, because when Topps did it that time, they were all hype about this is how we're going to release, and you know it's going to be more fair, and people are going, you know, and then they never did it again. So I guess it wasn't that great for them. Timur Johnson top 100. Baez and Bastadas. I don't know, like they had that the WBC cards up there. And I don't know. Sometimes I see that stuff and I'm not that interested. I shouldn't be that way, but I was just like, how am I even going to sell that? It's going to be a pain. Timur Johnson, Modern Prospects. Simon Juan and Martin Gonzalez. Now what sucks is Leaf Metal was supposed to be out this week, and they backed that up by a couple weeks. So I have to wait till the end of the month for Leaf Metal. I was pissed because I was kind of counting on it for next week along with some more draft. I was able to get another case of Super Jumbo draft. Sights on September, Jackson Churio. But we'll have to find something else for next week. Burgos and Marcus Lee Sang for the Phillies. I was saying earlier, we have another case of that Archives Collectors tomorrow night. With the lunch boxes and everything, if you guys are interested in that. And we are doing a full case of black on Saturday night, too. So if you're all interested in any of that. Oh, the Bob Ross one, yeah. Those Bob Ross boxes were expensive, too. Like, they weren't cheap. I don't, you know. Again, that's the type of stuff that I see them like, I mean, it's cool, but I'm not going through that much of a headache to get my hands on it. The other thing is, too, if you can only get 2 boxes, I can't really do much with it unless I do, like, a mixer or something, you know? So, and I mean, I don't mind doing mixers, but with the new rules with eBay and the way it's set up and stuff, it's not the easiest thing to do from a MSRP. I mean, I know you guys don't know what that means, but we have to, like, account for the cost on every single card we open now to eBay, and we have to file a report with them every month. And when you do a mixer, it gets so difficult because, you know, you're opening one thing's worth this much, another thing's worth that much. It's just a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. All right, let's do a quick hit recap for 2023 Bowman Baseball. Again, thank you, as always, for joining me. I do appreciate it, guys. I couldn't do this without y'all. You guys are the best. Hit recap, 2023 Bowman Baseball 10 Blaster Box Break number 37. We did have one Drew Jones that we got in that last box there. Spotlights of Cassis, Corbin Carroll, Adley, Peraza, and another Adley. The Moon Glow, whatever we're calling these things, Rojas, Crawford, Montez, Rodriguez, Sweeney, Arias, Young, Piguero, Wagner, and Sang. Oh, thanks, Matt. I appreciate it, buddy. Nelson Velasquez, rookie to 175 for the Cubbies. Wilbur Sanchez to 99. Jordan Diaz to 75. Max Meyer to 250. Brian Acuna to 299. And Ruben Santana to 299. All right, so we got MLS Chrome coming up in about 10 minutes, so we will be back with that. That'll be fun, something different. Otherwise, please have a safe, healthy night and weekend, and we'll be back tomorrow night too with more baseball. If you guys are interested, we'll be here. All right, have a great night. Take care. Bye.